Hi, this is Derek Tomei with Niche Cloner here with 7 secrets to building a niche empire. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 highly guarded secrets to building your niche business online. And I'm not just talking about a business, I'm talking about an empire. I've done it several times over, and I can do it again and again and again. And that's why they call me Niche Cloner. And the reason being is that I follow specific system and specific steps that I know that work. And that's what I want to share with you today. I'm going to give you the 7 highly guarded secrets to building a niche empire. Now, I say highly guarded because a lot and most marketers will not share this type of information with you. I am here to help you grow your business. I want to help you identify your niche and build a real business around it. That's my goal. That's what I do. I help and I coach people to do this, and they have been very successful when following my steps. So what I want to do is go through these 7 secrets. So make sure that you have a pad of paper and a pen with you that writes, because you're going to want to take notes. And as you take notes, make sure that you really concentrate and take good notes, because you're going to have to follow what I'm giving you here to be successful in everything that you do with growing and building your niche business. Well, first, before we get started, I want to give you my background and tell you a little bit about my story. You may or may not know my story. I haven't really shared it with a lot of people, but what I want to tell you is I went from a 70-hour-a-week slave in a job, working day to day, to becoming an internet niche business builder and a success coach to the point where I've made over $1 million with my online niche business. And I say business because I'm not talking about simply websites. I'm talking about a business. And you have to make sure that when you're doing this, that you change your mindset and focus on building a business, not putting up a website to make some money. That is the biggest mistake that everybody makes in marketing online. They want to get out there, put up a website, and make money. If you're focusing on building a website to make money, then and that's all you're doing, you will not succeed. You will continually spin your wheels over and over and over. I know because I've seen people do it thousands of times over and over and over. But yet when I get with them and start to show them exactly step by step how to do what I've done over and over, they become successful because they change their mindset. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but let me tell you about my background. First of all, I believe that every single person has the ability to build an online niche business. Tap into their explosive and your dynamic creativity, and you all have it inside you. And you can start living the lifestyle and with the freedom and the success that you've always dreamed about. So make sure that you hold on to the dream that you have. But what I want to tell you is every single person has this ability. I've been a very profitable online entrepreneur and success coach for years now. My goal is really absolutely to help people to achieve and find their niche and build a real business around it. And I use the word real business because I'm not just talking about the average junky websites that you see out there with people marketing the same run-of-the-mill stuff just to make a buck. I'm talking about discovering what your God-given talents and abilities are, focusing on that, building a niche or building multiple niches and making a huge empire out of it. I have a natural ability to motivate and lead people. I'm a natural leader. I've always been that way. But my main goal is to show people how to do the same things that I've done and lead you down the pathway to ultimate freedom and success. And and so I was born back in April 18th, 1970, in the hometown of Henry Ford. That's Dearborn, Michigan. And at a very early age in life, I embraced a spirit of entrepreneurship and success. I've always been baffled and very interested in people who are very successful. I like to analyze their systems and what they do and how they achieve it. But more importantly, the people that have the attitude of success, the people that are constantly positive, the people that encourage other people. I was always attracted to those people. When I was a young kid, I started with a paper route at the age of 9 years old, and then I had several jobs thereafter. And every time I was doing these jobs, I was doing them to the best of my ability, and I was raised with that specific foundation of honesty and integrity, that compelled me to always work to the best of my abilities. And I always have over delivered to my employers and everyone else I've served in my lifetime. It didn't matter if I was doing a paper route; those were my customers. I was over delivering to them. If I, one of my jobs when I was a young kid was I was a waiter. I was in the service industry. I worked in catering. I always over delivered. I always went above and beyond because I wanted to be the best at everything I did. And you have to make sure that you're the best at what you do. And I was raised by two outstanding, loving parents. They gave me a great childhood. Both my mother and father, who taught me, they taught me to be responsible at a very early age. But I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My parents were not wealthy. My father was a hardworking factory worker. He worked for Ford Motor Company for over 37 years, working hard day and night, putting food on the table to give us everything that we needed. And so while my father was working hard and putting all of our needs and meeting all of our needs, when I turned 15 years old, one of the things that my parents did was they told me this. They said, Derek, listen, we're here to provide you with the shelter, the food, and everything that you need, but anything else that you want above and beyond that, you need to go out and get a job to earn that money and all the extra things that you want. If you want the fancier clothes, if you want to be able to go out with your friends and have a good time, if you want to be able to do that, you take responsibility. You get a job, you earn money, and you go out and do those things. And so a lot of people would think, boy, that was harsh. My parents let me do that and focus on, doing well in school, and they gave me the things that I needed. But, that's all great and that's fine and dandy. But did it teach you anything? My parents instilled into me at a very young age that I am responsible for getting and achieving the things that I want in life. And so it was at this point that in my life that I started to draw upon this entrepreneurial success spirit and I always continued to learn more and more and more and work hard. One of my goals as a young child and kid and teenager was to learn more and more and more. I was very active in music at school throughout junior high and high school, and I was a diver on the swim team. I love to do that. The reason I love the diving is because I wanted to be successful. I love to tweak it. I love to continually improve my technique and the ability to better myself. And I ended up going on to be a league champion, etc. But one of the most important things about that in being a diver on a swim team is when at the age of 16 years old, I had a diving coach by the name of Mark Bach, and he asked me to come and work with him in his photography business. He volunteered his time to help my diving career and to coach diving in the high school. But he had a photography business, so I took on the role of working with him as doing videotaping for wedding. He was a photographer. He was a very motivated type of person, and he gave me a job to work with him as he was taking photos at a wedding. I would be videotaping it for him. So at 16 years of age, he taught me how to do this, and I was very grateful for it. And while I was working for him, though, the most profound thing was he would consistently play audio tapes of very motivational speakers such as Zig Ziglar. And this is, one thing when I was young at that age and I was listening to those things, I began to get a thirst and a hunger for success. And that's when it began. So when I graduated from high school, I had the option of starting my own video business alongside with him or going off to college. And so I decided to go off to college. No one in my family has ever been educated with a college degree. I'm the first in my family, and I made a decision to do that, and I put myself through school in doing that. Did whatever I had to do so, and I got my BS in computer science in 1994. So from there, I started my first job doing computer work, and back in 1994, I started out making, I believe it was $30,000 a year. And so when I was working for them, I was always over delivering. I was always trying to show that I could do more. I can do more. Look how we can do this. Look how we can continue to, and I would always over deliver. And so as I continued to do this throughout my career, I would get more promotions and more raises to the point where I was making a six-figure salary within just 4 years of graduating from school. Now, of course, that wasn't anything entrepreneurial or anything relating. It was just my mindset and constantly improving myself and constantly showing my employers that I could do better. However, when I was doing this, um, I was in a full-time job and position, and the more I showed my employers, the better that I could do, the more I could do, the more work they gave me. And so I improved and got to the point where I became a PeopleSoft programmer, and PeopleSoft is an enterprise resource planning software, highly specialized software, and you need specific skills and training to do that. So I ended up in a company where I was doing that type of work, and because they knew I was so willing to be over deliver, they took advantage of that. And then I ended up working 70 hours a week just to earn this six-figure salary that I was making. Now I'm not complaining; it was great. I had 4 children, etc. However, I mean, all my time was being spent, and when you take that salary and you divide it by 70 hours a week, your average hourly rate is pretty much nothing. And so, it was just too much for me, and my wife and I were just about to have our fourth child. So like I said, as an over deliver, I wanted more out of my career. I knew that with all the information and knowledge I had and the ability to over deliver, I just wanted to be in business for myself. Just as I was about to, before I went into college, I had the decision to make. I wanted to go into business for myself, but I was fearful of being able to make ends meet for his family. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been at the point where you're working a full-time job and yet you start doing something on the side and you want so bad to get out of doing that full-time job so you can focus on what you really love to do and want to do. And I know that you've been there, I've been there, and it's so frustrating. And so I was fearful of being able to make ends meet. Fearful. Do you understand the word fear? Is fear is the biggest deterrent for your success. You have to eliminate and demolish fear from your life if you want to continually succeed. You have to take risks. You have to keep moving forward. So that's what I decided that I was going to do. I was going to move forward. And so, in moving forward, the thing that I did first was I started a small website on the PeopleSoft niche that I was so well knowledgeable about. And the whole reason that I did that was I wanted to better myself and learn about building websites. And so, the best way I thought to do it was to build a website so that I could provide something that is going to benefit other people. And so I created this PeopleSoft niche website, and little did I know what would become of that site, but I just kept doing that as a side business to earn extra income. Now, I didn't originally start out with the idea that I wanted to earn extra income. I'm going to build a website and earn extra income. No, I didn't do that. My niche was in the PeopleSoft arena. I was very knowledgeable. I noticed that there were a lot of people out there that needed answers to a lot of questions but had nowhere to go to find it. That's when I created my PeopleSoft website. I started out by creating a discussion forum online in a place where people could grab tips and scripts and tricks relating to the PeopleSoft industry. And from there, I grew it on to having an online job board relating to it, and it just grew and grew little by little. It didn't happen overnight, but I focused on my niche, and I kept that as a side business to earn extra income while I was still working these crazy hours as a full-time employee. But then I realized at one point that I could earn a whole lot more money by putting more of my expertise into practice. And I thought to myself, I'm working 70 hours a week. I'm making a six-figure income. That's terrific. I got good benefits, and it was very safe and comfortable for me. Again, I go back to that fear factor. I had the fear to leave that comfort of knowing that I was going to have a paycheck every week. You have to demolish that fear, set it aside, make a decision, and move forward. So, one thing I did was I realized that I could go independently as a consultant doing the exact same thing I did for less hours per week and double or triple my income. And so that's what I did. I became a consultant. I did have to travel, but I was gone and I worked 40 hours, and for that 40 hours I got paid anywhere from $125 to $150 an hour. Now that was good money, and anywhere from making $200,000 to $300,000 a year by consulting. Now that is great money, and that was terrific. But again, I was still working. It was like having a job. But all the while, I kept building that online niche business on the side to the point where it was making six figures on autopilot, that one niche site. So then I realized that I could duplicate these sites. And that's when I made a decision that I am not going to continue to work anymore. I am going to focus on building that niche online business. And again, I use the word building, and I emphasize the word building, because if you say you're going to work, or I'm working on my business, or I'm working on my websites, or I'm working, that is a horrible word that you need to remove from your vocabulary, because then that indicates that all you're doing is working. You're trading your time for money. You don't want to work, you want to build. So I focused on building my business to the point where it was making six figures. I then duplicated these sites for other similar industries and realized that I had an ongoing automated money making machine that I only had to invest a few hours of my time every week while these particular businesses continue to grow and produce an automated residual passive income stream. And so then my entrepreneur blood began to pump through my veins at such a rapid pace. I really got on fire and started to really love what I was doing. And that's when I made a decision to quit the consulting, no longer work anymore, and just focus on building a business. And as I built my business, I realized the most important passion that I have in life is to show other people and to help other people build their business online and show them the potential that they have, help them define and narrow down what specific abilities and niche type of business that they can run so that they can do the exact same thing that I did, build an automated money-making machine. And throughout the years, I continue to learn and grow myself and build my business through personal self-development. Never stop developing yourself. Always look for ways to better yourself. Get into seminars, get into mentoring programs, get into mastermind groups, and get with people that you know are successful that you want to hang around with, because you become who you associate with. If you're associating with people who don't understand what you're doing, trying to do, and building a business online, and they go, "Hey, Derek, what are you doing? Oh, what's that? Oh, you got a website? You're an internet marketer? Oh, really? Oh, well, gee, I don't think that stuff works. Oh, well, that's good. That's nice. Good for you. Keep your opinions to yourself. I'm really not interested in them." Just let them watch you as you continue to build your business and yourself and your personal growth. Disassociate yourself with those people. Block out that negative talk and all that garbage that they're going to feed you. They're going to try to drag you down because they know they don't want to take they don't want to move forward and take those risks and better themselves. So they'll just sit there and drag you down and tell you that you can't do it. I also engaged in several network marketing businesses and became successful at that. And all of these successes have really empowered me to just quit working my job and focus on my passion, which is helping others tap into their dreams, discover their niche, and build a real business around it. And so that's my story. What is your story? Do you have a story? Make sure and write down your story of where you are, where you've been. Even if you don't have a success story right now as to where, like I have, where I've evolved from point A to point B. Maybe you're in the point where you're just halfway through point A and you're on your way because you want to continue to grow your business. Make a decision right now that you're going to continually better yourself, learn more, and grow and build, and make a conscious decision to build a real business. And so I ask you this one question: are you ready to discover your ultimate niche and build a real business around that niche that will propel you to the success and the freedom that you deserve? The first highly guarded secret to building a niche empire is that you need to change your mindset. You've been taught what you know mostly through marketing by other internet marketers who have been selling products online, most of which are just junk. I don't mean that to offend anybody. If you're an internet marketer, that's great. If you've been successful at it, that's terrific. Keep on doing what you're doing if that's what you want to do. But I'm here to help you, show you how to build a niche empire. And that could be anything that you are successful and knowledgeable about. So you need to change your mindset. A lot of times, the number one question that I get from most people who come to me is, Derek, I want to get into niche marketing, but I don't know what niche to get into. What niche should I get into? And so, what I would like to say to those people is, first of all, change your mindset. Stop thinking and looking so hard for that niche to get into that you think is going to make you money. People, that's the problem. Most people think about what can I do, what niche can I get in that will make me money. And so you need to erase that from your mind and change your mindset. You need to focus on what your passion, what your abilities, what your experience, and what your knowledge that you have within you. And every single person has a ton of information, knowledge, and ability and experience that almost several other people in the world do not have. And so you need to tap into that, what you have, and build around that. Discover what your niche is. You have a wealth of information that you have that you take advantage of and take for granted when other people would pay a tremendous amount of money to get that information from you. Did you hear what I said? You have a wealth and knowledge of information inside of you that other people would love to get and would pay to you to give that to them. And you take it for granted. You have a mindset that thinks that everybody knows what you know, and that's not true. You see, I have a tremendous experiences, knowledge, information, and abilities in programming and working with that PeopleSoft software. That's what I had done for years, and I had been very good at it. And so what I did was I built my niche around that. Why? Because there are thousands of people out there that want to know what I know and that are willing to pay money to know what I know. Now, did I sit down and say, hey, how can I make money off of this? No. I said, what do I really enjoy doing? What am I successful at? What am I good at? And I said, I know a lot of information about this PeopleSoft software. I know a lot more than most people know. I noticed that I sit and talk with people at other conferences and seminars relating to PeopleSoft, and they said, how do you do this? I'm struggling with trying to install this and build this and configure that, and I don't know how to do that. And I would say, I've done that. I've done that several times. Here's how you do it. But not only that, you can do it this way, that way. People are sitting around me saying, tell us more. How did you do that? I'd really like to sit down and talk with you some more. I'd really like to, and I realized, what? There are people out there in this industry that are searching for questions, answers to questions that cannot be answered easily. And so why not create some type of mechanism and website where people could go at one place and to share that knowledge and information. Now, was I going to say, look, I'm going to go ahead and create a site where I'm going to charge people to come to me so that I can charge them for every time they ask me a question? No. I basically just provided a solution to a problem. I created the mechanism. There are several other people that come to the website that I created to share their knowledge, to answer questions, to ask questions. And so it becomes a community-based membership website. And also when I realized that I had that, now I'm building a huge targeted audience, I built a online career job board like monster.com around that. And that's where most of the profits and money come from. That's how I monetized on that. But I didn't start there. I just started by saying, how can I build something based on the knowledge, abilities, and experience that I have so that others can benefit from it? And that's what you need to do. Change your mindset. Stop thinking about what product or niche can you get into that will make you money. Instead, look within to yourself and write down 10 specific items that you are good at, you have a lot of experience at, you know a lot of information about. It could be something as simple as you're a great golfer and you know how to drive your golf swing further than anybody else because you have specific tactics and abilities and you know how to use specific techniques. That may be one of your niches. You may have been on vacation to a specific location multiple times. You know the area inside and out. Well, that is something that other people would like to know. Other people are always searching for information on going on a vacation to a specific place, and they want to know what things and what places, what things to do, what places to go to. You can build a niche around that. And you see, if you just stop thinking and looking for a niche, change your mindset and focus within, you will discover that you have probably at least 10 specific niches that you can build a real business around. So I want you to take your pad of paper and your pen and write down 10 specific things that you have a lot of experience in, that you have abilities that others do not have, that you have knowledge where others do not have it. And sit down and write all those things down. And when you list those 10 things, you will discover, wow, I really have a lot of abilities, experiences, and knowledge. And that's the first secret, is changing that mindset of thinking, how can I find a niche to make money? How can I send something, create a website where others would buy this from me? And just focus on doing what you know best and what you do best. And you will be successful when you follow the steps of building a niche business correctly. The third highly guarded secret to building your niche empire is that you need to start to build your informational products after your niche and your brand. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is you've discovered what your specific niche is that you're going to focus on. You have branded yourself as an expert in your niche. You've created your brand. You've created your website that has your brand. You've built your business cards. Now, you need to start building your informational products. You can create all kinds of informational products based on your niche. And the way that I think you should best do that is in creating audio informational products. It doesn't take a lot to do this. All you need is a microphone and some audio type editing software on your computer. I use Audacity. There's also SourceForge, and I just have a simple microphone plugged into the side of my computer, and I'm sitting right now talking to you in my office with my headset on and the microphone and just speaking to you. What powerful type of product is that? You can simply sit down and speak from your heart what your niche is, giving highly valuable content to your customers. Let me say that again. You must give highly valuable content to your customers. You can't just talk and blah, blah, blah. You see, I'm giving you 7 highly guarded secrets to building a niche empire. My brand is niche. Building niche businesses, building real businesses around your niche. And so I'm giving valuable content to you through audio informational products. Now, there are several people and customers of yours that may want to read instead of listen to audio, and that's okay. However, you can still create your audio informational product first and then have it transcribed into a document, whereas you do not have to actually type all of this information. So I encourage you to invest in a microphone and some audio type editing software. Audacity is one that you can actually download for free. There is also SourceForge, which is it's a little bit more advanced. However, you don't even need to purchase something like that. Any type of recording software that you can edit what you're placing on there is best. And then when you're done, you're basically creating MP3s. You can burn it onto a CD. Very simple to do. You can hire people to do that. And then you can deliver your audio informational product via digital format, or you can send out CDs. You can have it transcribed. And that is what I would tell you that you need to do is secret number 3, start building your informational products. Build them as audio informational products. It helps your customer know who you are. They hear your voice. They're seeing your picture and your brand. You're building relationships. You need to build relationships in everything that you do. And so That is the secret number three, the highly guarded secret number three. And that is what I would tell you to do. Again, audio informational products. And it's not hard to do. Simply jot down on notepads bullet points of the specific things that you know about your specific niche you'll want to discuss. I've got on a notepad right now as I'm speaking to you 7 bullet points, which basically list the 7 highly guarded secrets to building a niche empire. Am I sitting here reading to you from some ebook that I wrote or something along that nature? Absolutely not. I'm speaking to you from my heart, my experience, and my knowledge so that you will get the most out of what I'm telling you, and I simply have bullet points down there. You can do the exact same thing. It's very simple to do. Make sure that when you record your audio, you're doing it whereas you're speaking clearly and concisely. You've got some energy into what you're saying, and you're just following along with your bullet points. And let me tell you, as you do this, you will continue to build your brand and build relationships with your customers, and you will be astonished at the success that you will have when you start doing like this to build your niche empire. The fourth highly guarded secret to building your niche empire is that on your main website, you need to create an e-zine. You know what an e-zine is? Does everybody know what an e-zine is? An e-zine is simply similar to a newsletter or a magazine that you are delivering digitally on your website. So in other words, you need to create an opt-in form where people can enter their name and their email address so that they will receive your weekly e-zine. And when you deliver your weekly e-zine, you deliver content inside of there relating to your niche so that you are building relationships with your customers. This is a real highly regarded secret that you must focus on. I'm not talking about just placing up some opt-in form to ask people to put their name and email address so you can continue to send them products that you want them to buy. You can do that all you want. And if you do that, you're not really building relationships with your customers. They are going to see you as somebody who is trying to sell them products. They People do not like that. People come onto the internet searching for information because they want to find out more about that specific product, not product, but specific subject. They don't mostly come online because they want to buy. They come online because they want to learn, they want to know. And so you, as an expert in your niche, after you brand yourself and when they come visit your website, you want to give them the opportunity to opt in to receive your weekly e-zine that is jam-packed full of content and value on your specific niche. I have that on my PeopleSoft site. If you go to psoftpros.net or peoplesoftpros.net, you will see I have a membership community-based website. One of the first things that you'll see is a newsletter opt-in form. Subscribe to the weekly newsletter to receive tips, tricks, news, and articles relating to PeopleSoft, a value of over $197, yours free. Just enter your name and your email address. That's all it is. If you go to nichecloner.com, you'll see the same thing. You will see a website, and on the top of my website or in my website, you will see subscribe today to receive Derek's free weekly e-zine, $197 value. Register now, and you will receive a free gift valued at $47. That's just to start. And it says the Niche Cloner e-zine will give you the edge that you need to obtain personal freedom and success on the internet today, building your niche business. That is what you need to do. And it doesn't matter what your niche is, you need to have that opt-in form and build an e-zine. And when you deliver the content in that e-zine, you're not simply trying to sell them information. You're providing valuable content. You're building a relationship. They're beginning to trust you. And then as you continue to build that relationship and they continue to trust you, they will want to purchase from you more information. And that is highly guarded secret number 4. And that leads me to highly guarded secret number 5, which is based on a spiritual law based out of the Bible. Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. If you don't read the Bible, that's fine. But I do. And I take advantage of all the spiritual laws that are in it. And this one states that you must give to receive. It is better to give than to receive. And that is highly guarded secret number 5. You must give before you receive. And what do I mean by that as far as it comes to your online niche empire? That means that when your customers or potential customers or visitors come to your branded website, you want to give them something. That is what you have the easy opt-in for, and you want to give them a gift. And when you give them a gift, you want to make sure that what you give them is highly valuable content, so that when they get that, they do really realize, hey, this is valuable, and I just received this for free. Isn't that outstanding? So now, when you put yourself in a position to give, and when you give, you are setting yourself up into a position to receive. Give away good quality content that will help you build your relationship with your customers. And when you do that, you will reap. You will reap the benefits of that. You will receive. It's another spiritual law. You reap what you sow. When you begin to reap highly valuable content and information to your customers, you are giving to them, and then you are setting yourself up to receive from them, because they will begin to trust you. They will see that you are for real, that you really are an expert in your niche and in your industry, and then they will come back to you again and again for the information and the products that you will have that are going to help them achieve what it is that they specifically want. On my PeopleSoft specific website, I always use this one as an example. It was my first website I ever built, and it is my baby, so to speak, because it continues to do tremendous. And so I always use this in examples. But on my PeopleSoft website, when they sign up for my newsletter, I also provide them with either a coupon to go and grab an ebook at a really unbelievable price, or I'll give them a report or an ebook based on specifically PeopleSoft type information. And also, if you notice, there is no fee to become a member on my PeopleSoft Pros membership website, PeopleSoftPros.net. There is no fee for that. People come, they register, they get access to a wealth of tips, tricks, articles, news, and everything else relating to the PeopleSoft specific industry. They get access to the discussion forum. They have a wealth of information at their hands, and I do not charge them a penny. My goal is to get them to opt into the newsletter, to build a long-lasting relationship with them, to get them to always remember the brand PeopleSoft Pros when they are looking for information. And not only that, when they do sign up for my newsletter, I build trust with them. I build a relationship with them. And of course, I do things back-end sales with specific ebooks and specific products that are related to that. And I also sell advertising to third-party companies that want to advertise in my e-zine. And so there is tremendous value in that. And make sure that you are giving away something of valuable content. That is a highly guarded secret. Most people do not tell you that. I'm not talking about coming to a website that has some cheesy opt-in form or squeeze page that basically says, hey, come here, get this free report. Now they're on your list, and then you start bombarding them with product offers for products. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having them come to your website, coming and you give them a gift of valuable content. You're not asking for anything in return at that time. You are going to build lifelong customers and have lifelong relationships with them. Once you have your brand set up, okay, first of all, let's repeat some of these. You've changed your mindset. You've branded yourself. You're creating informational products, audio products. You're going to get those transcribed also into ebooks, written products. You can do that through a website called transcriptions.com. That's one way. There's also other types of websites that'll do that. Usually, depending on how long your specific audio is, they'll turn that around within 2 to 5 days and give you a written version of what your audio is. They'll transcribe that for you. So you've done that. You've gone ahead and you've created that e-zine, and you're giving away valuable content. You need to make sure that you have a system in place. Make sure that you have a system in place. That is highly guarded secret number 6. Set up your particular business such that you have an automated system in place. What do I mean by that? Well, you do not want to spend your time manually responding to specific emails, manually sending out emails when you don't specifically have to. You can build a relationship with a customer through email marketing, through once they sign up for your Easing, you now then have loaded informational emails that will be sent to them over time through what is called an autoresponder. If you do not have an autoresponder in your business, you must have it now. Go and sign up for a service such as Aweber. There are several other types, ConstantContact.com. There are several specific email marketing type products on the internet that you can use, autoresponders. You can also purchase them to automatically integrate into your website. I don't specifically recommend doing that. You spend a lot more time, you have a lot more difficulties. It's better to subscribe and sign up for a online service that specializes in nothing but email marketing through autoresponders. I use Aweber. Aweber is a tremendous product. And what you are able to do with an autoresponder is load up your messages to be sent out over time. You are going to want to specifically and strategically load that autoresponder with specific emails that are going to provide your customers with valuable content and information relating to the niche. The whole reason they came to you is because they were looking for that specific information. Now you're going to give them something in the first one. You may start to then every 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. It depends on what it is. I don't mind sending out an email every day or two because I'm here to provide good quality content. People came to me for that reason. I'm not trying to just sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them. I'm giving them information, helping them to build their business, helping them to change their mindset, helping them to be successful. You know, other people in the world would love to just send you all kinds of negative junk, and they don't ask you for permission to tell you stuff that's negative, do they? You turn on the news and it's over and over bombarded with negative stuff. So why not send them some positive success type motivational messages relating to your niche that gets them the information and quality that they need. You might send, one things that I do is I'll send, when you sign up for my Easing, I send you a thank you, a welcome, I give you a gift. I then send you and follow up with some more information specific to the niche that gives you more valuable information, steps to take. I might do that 3 or 4 times before I actually ever send anything out that asks you to, or recommends to you a product. And I will never ask anybody to buy my product. Do not buy my product. You want to invest in my product. You want to own my product. If you say the word buy or sell, you're basically positioning yourself as a salesman trying to sell something to them. You're not doing that. If you're an expert in your niche and you've branded yourself correctly, you're providing them with an opportunity to invest in your business and the information that you are about to give them. And so make sure that you have a system in place. You do not want to have to spend time manually doing things. Same thing with your products. If you're selling audio products online digitally, or if you're selling it physically, you do not want to have to spend your time physically and manually taking orders, fulfilling the orders, etc. You can subscribe to services out there that will automatically take an order that you send to them via an email automatically when someone orders, where they will turn around and fulfill that order for you. You do not have to package out the product and send it. There are services out there like that. Additionally, digital products, if you set it up properly, they make their payment. They're then taken to a download page to receive your digital informational product. They then download it. You do not want to have to get involved with manual processes. This secret will save you an enormous amount of time. As if you've ever read and understand my story about building my automated niche sites, I spend probably 4 to 5 hours on my niche sites, and they bring in multiple six-figure incomes. Why? Because I have set up an automated system. An automated system will allow you to spend your time doing what you want to do and focusing on building and growing your business and not get bogged down in the mundane day-to-day tasks. So make sure that you set up your system. If you don't know how to do it, that's fine. You can hire people to do it. You can go out to elance.com or rentacoder.com, scriptlance.com. There are several different services where you can hire people to specifically build and program your websites. Make sure that you have a shopping cart that's integrated with your autoresponder, etc., etc. I cannot stress this enough. It is very important. It is extremely powerful when you set up your business to be completely automated. The seventh and final secret to building your niche empire is that once you have established yourself, you've changed your mindset, branded yourself, you've got your products, you've got your website, you have got everything in order, you've got your automated systems in place, you are now free to do more with your time. And so now you are in a position, branded as an expert, to offer your services, offer coaching, begin to build seminars. Now you're building a customer base, and you can continue to offer them these specific low-priced audio informational products or written informational products or software or whatever it is that you are specifically giving and offering to your customers, and that's fine. Those are lower ticket items. To build your trust, their trust with you, to build your relationship with them, and as you do so, they will become more comfortable with you in knowing that you really truly are an expert. Make sure that your product is ethical and moral, and you always treat your customers right. And in doing so, once you have established that relationship, they will trust you. They will see you as the expert. You are providing valuable information, and they will want more from you. So then you move up to a higher ticket item. And what I would suggest next is that you offer a coaching program. You offer consultation services, and these could range anywhere from $200 to $1,000 for a 1-hour session. Yeah, that's right. $200 to $1,000 for a 1-hour session, because your time is extremely valuable. The information and knowledge that you have is priceless, and these customers that are coming to you are willing and will spend that type of information because you are an expert. $200 to $1,000 for a coaching session, a 1-hour coaching session, or offer boot camps. You can go out and rent a specific hotel room, seminar room, and bring in people that you can then coach multiple people at one time. And as you do that, you record that as well, and you come out with more products. You see, you're branding yourself. You're an expert. You are definitely worth the $200 to $1,000 per hour. It is definitely worth it for a customer who trusts you and knows that you have the information and expertise that they want and need to pay you for that. They will do so. And never underpay yourself. Never undervalue yourself. Your time and value is priceless. Make sure that you always keep that in mind. And so establish yourself with a coaching program, establish yourself with consultation services, and then in the back end of your sales process, where you have built this relationship with your customers and they come back and you're giving them valuable content and information, you want to move them down through your funnel system where you offer them informational products and maybe then something a little more, then offer your coaching or consultation services, and then offer a boot camp or a seminar. And believe me, as you do this, you will prosper and become extremely wealthful and successful at what you do. As long as you provide valuable, moral, ethical information and product to your customers, you will always succeed. I guarantee it. These are the 7 secrets to building a niche empire.
This video and the Virtual Consulting YouTube channel is powered by the Virtual Consulting Firm. Please also visit and follow us on social media via the links that you may find on our About page. In the top right, you can link to our Virtual Consulting homepage. You can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. You can also find our web hosting company. And if you scroll to the bottom, you'll find additional links to some of our other social media sites, our Facebook site, our Instagram site. Also, we hope you will join us in the Virtual Consulting Facebook group, where we can discuss any topics and you can ask any questions related to virtual consulting, and we'd be happy to help you succeed in your virtual consulting business, get started. and succeed in your virtual consulting business, and also our Pinterest, and again the web hosting company that we use for our homepage. So again, we hope you will also choose to follow us on our social media sites, visit us, let us know what you think of all this, how can we help you. We hope this all helps, and have a great day. We would also like to cordially invite you to join us in the new Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. You should be able to find an invite in the description box below, and or in the link section on our website on the Virtual Consulting Firm homepage, which you can also find a link to in the description box below at thevcf.com. And again, we'd like to invite you to join us and discuss any topics related to virtual consulting, etc., any help that you would need. In the Virtual Consulting Community Discord server, it is free to join. Again, any topics you want to discuss, any help you would like to have to succeed in your virtual consulting business, we can discuss those topics there, and hopefully our fellow virtual consultants will help each other out and mutually benefit from participating in the new Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. So we look forward to seeing you there. Again, you can find an invite in the description box below, in the About page of our YouTube channel, in the link section of our homepage, thevcf.com. And again, we look forward to joining you in the Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. Thank you. Please help us be able to continue to produce frequent quality content to help you learn how to get started and succeed in virtual consulting as a virtual consultant by supporting virtual consulting via our Patreon at patreon.com/virtualconsulting. Again, this is totally voluntary. If you would wish to provide us with your support, we would greatly appreciate it. You can see you can receive additional benefits, and we hope to be able to add additional benefits to each of these membership levels, any of which you may choose. And again, we'll be adding additional benefits to each membership level as we are able. So again, if you're able to help support us in being able to produce frequent quality content and additional benefits for our Patreons, we hope you will choose to select a membership in our Patreon at patreon.com/virtualconsulting. We thank you for your support. Good luck and have a great day. Thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope that you liked it. Please smash the like button to help the YouTube algorithm share our videos with more of your fellow virtual consultants around the world. Please share this on your social media and with your other virtual consultants around the world. If you're not already subscribed to our Virtual Consulting YouTube channel, we hope that you will choose to subscribe, and please hit the bell icon to be notified as we release new content. Please provide us with your feedback in the comments below. Let us know how we can help you be more successful as a virtual consultant, get started as a virtual consultant, and be successful in your virtual consulting business. Again, thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope this all helps, and have a great day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.